Louis C.K.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. I have some notes I'm going to be working off of. I hope that's okay with you. I never stopped anything so cold in all my life. That was amazing. You guys were clapping so much. And now you look like you've never clapped in your lives. That applause is so far in the rearview mirror right now. That's amazing. How quickly. Yeah! I was on an airplane and there was a Hasidic Jewish man trying to put an enormous bag under the seat. It doesn't matter that he was Hasidic, but it's a detail. It's detail. When you try to put enormous bags under seats, folks notice the kind of person you are. They make note. They say some Chinese guy, whatever you are, they're going to describe you. They're not just going to say, a man put a little giant thing under his seat. What kind of man? It's not important. Just a fellow. No, this guy. Trying to shove this thing under the seat. No one can leave because he's not going to not do it. And the flight attendant was a guy, and I'm not going to say he was gay because that's not important. It doesn't enter into the story. I'm going to call the Jewish guy a Jewish guy, and I'm going to call the gay guy just some guy. How do you like that? Isn't that unfair? I'm not going to identify him as gay because I don't want to discredit them. Actually, he didn't do anything wrong. So, boy, what a disaster this is right now. Jewish guy trying to put the thing under the seat, and the guy's going, "Sir, it's not going to fit." He was only slightly gay, like that. He wasn't like, "Sir, it's not going to fit." Ah! No, he just said, "Sir, it's not going to fit." It's going to fit. I know it's going to fit. It's going to fit. I'm telling you, Moses. I heard that ducks have one hole. I don't know if you know that, but ducks have one hole. And they pee out of it, and they shit out of it, they get in it, and they lay eggs out of it. That has got to be one smelly, dirty hole. That hole has got to be a pretty awful place. I feel a little bad for the man duck, because ducks are monogamous. I don't know if you know that, but ducks stay in their relationships forever. And by the time that duck gets to be 48, her husband must be like, "Dude, that shit sucks. I hate it." And then he goes and a swan or something. His wife's like, "Why are you swan for?" "She's got an asshole. That's why. She's got an asshole." Okay, I got a green head. I don't know what that means. Just somehow they got green heads. They deserve more. Speaking of animal type humor that's not totally finished, I have this joke, like animals talking to each other type joke, that I don't know how to finish it. I know what's funny about it, but I don't know how to finish it. Basically, it's about a lion who goes up to a giraffe, and he says, "Hey, man, did you see that dude?" And the giraffe's like, "What dude?" And he goes, "He's that dude. He lives by the river in a hut." And the giraffe goes, "What does he look like?" And the lion goes, "He looks like this." And the giraffe's like, "Well, I know a dude that lives by the river, but he doesn't look like that." He goes, "No, that's what he looks like." Ah! The giraffe says, I know a guy, but he looks like this. See, the lion just thinks that people look like that. The lion doesn't get that he makes a person look like that by scaring the shit out of him. He just thinks that, hey, that's that dude that's always going, ah! That's what he's like. My daughter told me a joke the other day, and she tells great jokes. They're not like anybody else's jokes. That's why I like them. I've been doing comedy for 25 years. I know every joke. Even if I haven't heard it, you start telling me a joke, I know how it's going to work. But her jokes, I have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea. This is the joke she told me the other day. She said, who didn't let the gorilla into the ballet? Who didn't let the gorilla into the ballet? Already I love this joke. I love this joke. I have not heard this joke. This is a new joke for me. Who didn't let the gorilla into the ballet? And I said, who? And she said, just the people who are in charge of that decision. Just the folks who make that assessment. Their judgment was that it wasn't a good idea to let him in. I love this joke because I picture it. The whole story's in my head of people going into a ballet theater and the gorilla's just trying to text and not make eye contact, just trying to go in. It's cool. And somebody at the door, no, you, no. Well, yeah, you. Yes, the gorilla. I'm talking to the gorilla. Why not, man? Because you're a gorilla. I don't even have to say anything. Don't I get any credit for talking and wanting to go to a ballet? Doesn't that buy me any credibility? No, man, it's a long show. It's 3 hours. You're not gonna, I'm telling you, you're not gonna make it. You're okay now, but halfway through you're gonna start pounding on people, and that's just the way you guys are, man. I ain't gonna get burned like that again. Gorilla kills everybody at the ballet once, shame on the gorilla. I got married when I was 28, divorced when I was 42. Somebody please tell me how long that is. Thank you. That's my wife. I was married when I was 28. I got divorced when I was 42, so I was married for 14 years. And so getting divorced is like stepping out of a time machine that traveled you 14 years. But it's a really shitty time machine. It's the kind of time machine where it takes the real amount of time to take you to the future. It's basically just if a time machine was a box that you get in and sit in it for 2 years, and then it's 2 years later. That's really what marriage is. I've never gotten laid because of the way I look in my life. I know that. I've never gained from my looks at all. It's not like, oh, they're going. What am I going to do now? I've never gained any advantage in life. I've never been laid because of the way I look. I've never been a guy who I just walk in a room and women go, oh. They drop their microphones and start masturbating their vaginas and anuses at the same time. I'm not that guy. There are those guys. I'm not that guy. I'm the guy that women see and they go, eh? And I'm like, I know, but let me just talk to you for a minute. And then later that night, she's like, I can't believe I'm having sex with that weird guy. And I'm like, I know, it's weird, but it doesn't happen. I do this. I don't know what kind of position we're in that she's doing this, and I'm doing this. Just kind of just poking her. She's like, really? Yeah, this is all I like. Nothing else works. Sorry. So they taught us sex in school. And all they did was scare the shit out of me. Because they show you these diagrams of like a penis, just this huge penis, and it's cut in half lengthwise. Like, yeah, that's what your dick would look like if I ripped off half of it.
and threw it in the garbage. I didn't understand anything that they taught us. It was just scared me because I thought, like, I was a bad student. I had a hard time focusing on what they were telling me about all these tubes and shit. I thought for like 5 years that from watching this whole thing, that when you have sex, you come and one of your balls comes out. That's what I thought happens, that you have to come a ball out of that little hole, the tip of your dick. I was terrified. That's what I thought. You just, and you push a ball out, and she's screaming, and there's blood everywhere. And you can only do it twice, and then you're out of balls. That's what I thought. You come twice and have 2 babies, and then you just walk around with an empty sack for the rest of your life. Which turned out to be true, but I guess I feel like I should go out and get laid, but I don't have sex drive, really. It's not sex drive. I have sex, just sit in the car and hope someone gets in. There's not really, it's not drive. Sex drive has to come from somewhere, and it's not just about sex. Sex has something behind it, and it's weird because we ignore it. Sex is really trying to get somewhere. It's trying to have a family. You don't really want to know that because we've separated those two things. But the entire reason sex exists is to have babies. That's the only reason it exists at all. But we're such a narcissistic species that we've made it just because we just want to, we just want to just. It's just a weird kind of behavior. We just want to spray jizz everywhere just for no reason. Because that urge is the urge to procreate. A horny teenage boy is thinking, I want a baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, I want a precious baby of my very own to take care of. Oh, dude. Oh, look at her tits. I want her to feed my little baby with her big tits. Oh, yeah. That's what that is. But we make it this separate thing. Animals must think we're idiots. Animals that watch us have sex must be like, they don't know what he's coming on her tits. He's a moron, this guy. Woohoo, dude. Just, whoops. It just looks stupid to them. If no one ever said you should not have sex with animals, I would totally have sex with animals all of the time. The only reason I don't have sex with animals is because I'm not supposed to and somebody told it to me. I would totally have sex with most monkeys, probably. Why not? No, you know what? I wouldn't, for one reason, because I think it would be rape. I don't think any animal is attracted to any human being. I don't think it's morally wrong. I really don't, except for that I don't think the animal's into it. If you can get an animal horny, go ahead, man. Go ahead and it. If you can finger a monkey and the monkey's like, ooh. Get in there, man. You earned it. You earned it. I really think if I was alone on the earth, if I found myself alone on planet Earth, no other humans, I would have sex with a monkey in like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That's really not long enough to be sure you're alone on the earth even. That's like getting a little... I walk outside, there's not much traffic. Oh my God, it's just me. I'm going to have sex with a monkey right now. Oh no, there's a person. When I graduated high school, all my friends went to college. And I didn't. I was a very bad student, and I could have gotten into some college, but why keep failing? Why just keep being in trouble all the time and doing things badly? So I just figured I'll just go work, do things. So I moved in with my only friend who I wasn't very good friends with, but he also didn't go to college. So we got an apartment in Boston. And so we're both 18 years old, living in downtown Boston. And we lived in one room. We slept in the same room. It was a little tiny studio apartment. And so one time he started making jokes about jerking off. He's like, you jerk off a lot? You know, do you want me to leave the room so you can jerk off? Like, he kept saying that. Hey, man, if you need me to leave so you can jerk off. I'll do that or whatever. And I was like, well, hey, what about when you would jerk off? And he goes, I don't do that. And I was like, what? And he goes, I never have done it. And I was like, are you serious? I was blown away by this. He said, I've never done it. He goes, I kind of wish I could, but I just can't bring myself to do it. This is too weird. Like, I get weirded out. I've never done it. And I was like, really? And he said, yeah, I never jerked off. And he told me that. And that stuck in me for years because I thought there's folks that cannot do it. Because to me, this shit is just a plague. I'll never escape this shit. There's moments I've done this that I really would like to take back. But it's just, sometimes I'm all packed, ready. I got bags of roll, and I go, I gotta sit down and jerk off before I leave the house. It's just a constant insulin injection that I need to get. And I really hate it. I'd love to never have to jerk off. And I've always thought there's something wrong with me, because there's a dude who was pretty normal who just said, I don't do it. Anyway, I ran into him about 2 years ago, and he said to me, remember when we talked about jerking off? And I said, yes. And he said, I don't know why I was like ashamed to talk about it with you, but I was jerking off constantly. So he said, I've been jerking off since I was 11. And when we lived together, I used to go in the bathroom and jack off all the time, and I was afraid to tell you. And I was like, if I could murder one person, it would be you. If I could kill one guy, it would be you piece of shit. There is some sense that when you're out there looking for somebody, you're trying to spread your seed. Really, guys would like all women to just lay on the ground with their legs open, and we could just spray like a mist. Just mists of cum that then trickle down. But I'm not one of those guys who could just walk up to women and start talking to them. Like, there's guys, there's a lot of sinewy black guys that wear puka beads. Not hard brothers from the hood. With like a suede vest with nothing else on. Suede vest, both nipples showing. Good stomach, puka bead necklace. Like those bracelets that are like just leather. And I'm getting a little hard just picturing this guy. This guy's sexy. This guy gets laid. There's that thing we just call a hot woman. Like, there's a lot of guys who say, how do I talk to the hot girls? Why do you want to talk to a hot girl? Why would you want to talk to somebody with a drink going, Why would you want to have that conversation? You own a landscaping business. You're incredible. You're an amazing human being. Incredible. You're an amazing human being. You started a landscaping business from nothing. Her, man. Go find a woman, an old, kind of your age, late 30s, Jewish girl, smokes, and gives tough hand jobs. I love Jewish girls. Because they just go, come on, and they're awesome. I'm going to suck it, all right? You ready? Totally. Suck it, you dirty Jew. I love you.
It's really sad about men that we can't have a beautiful thought about a woman that isn't followed by a disgusting thought about that same woman. We're not capable of it. We can't do one without the other. If you're a woman and a guy's ever said anything romantic to you, he just left off the second part that would have made you sick if you could have heard it. That's how our brains work. She's an angel, and I want her to drown in my cum. That's the closest we can get.